Welcome to launch day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's my first launch and it is an absolute corker. If we've not met before, my name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky, or you can call me Bex. Or when I worked in America, people called me Boo after the Disney character from Monsters, Inc. Yeah, what else do I get called? I get called Rachel, it's my sister's name, and I also get called Mulberry, which is my dog's name, just when people get confused. It's so lovely to be with you, and what a great weekend you're tuning in. Do you know it's double points? Oh yeah, double points this weekend, meaning that you are going to be getting yourself hands on even more points and more savings, and we've got it across the board on everything. Yes, including the brand new penny sliders that we're launching for you right here, right now. I'm going to be honest with you. They've already been popular. When I was on this morning with the wake-up call, we had so many messages in, I was reading them out, wasn't I? People who couldn't wait. They were buying them last night and buying them this morning as well. So if you do want to get your hands on them, today is your day. It's going to be with you really soon. Also, if you're like me and you're a bit of a bargain hunter, get yourself onto the web, because at this moment in time, we have just launched for you 3 for 2 on tri-blend. So if you want to stock up and think about how great your tri-blends will be with these, they'll be fab, won't they? So you can work them in with them, and as I say, on the web right now. It is so busy. We've already got 200 people, YouTubers watching us. Hello to you. Loads of people on Facebook as well. Who fancies seeing how we can create with these stunning cards? Do you want to see what you can be making at home? Let's head on over to Sara.
Hello, my dear. It is your first show working with me. Here's the bad news. You've got 2 of these today. I'm just going to tell you now, you will never have slept as well as you will tonight.
Oh, I can't wait.
Everyone at home's already going to be laughing because they're going to be like, yep, she don't know what she's let herself in for. And there's regular Sara, and then there's Sara on a launch day. Now, you'll be pleased to know you've got Sara on Colour Me Happy later, which is Sara in a colouring coma, which is a much nicer experience. But Sara on a launch day, I make no apologies now, especially a launch like this, okay? These type of cards, I don't know if you'd ever seen these before, Rebecca, but if you want, we haven't invented these cards, just so that I'm really clear, okay? This is called a penny slider. Come on, slide for my little kitty here. It's really hard doing these back to front, upside down, okay? Watch, I'll show you some here, right? Are you ready? If you look at kind of overhead, then you can have the experience. So if I was at home, can you see? That's what we're talking about. That sort of experience there. Or even in shape. So can you see, for example, here, the butterflies going right round. It's a little bit hard for you to see. What we need to do, oh, you know what I need to do, Rebecca? Hang on. If they turn around and look at me from the front. See, what I really need to do, stay there, is I need to do this, and you need to look over my shoulder. It's just the problem is, yay, my card looks lovely, but I can't see what you're seeing. Yeah. So that would be perfect. But let me tell you, when you make them, they're going to look awesome. And I'm going to teach you how to make them on this show. But what I was saying was, I didn't invent penny sliders. We've been doing these for years. However, when I was doing them, when I first, like 15 years ago, we only ever did penny sliders in a straight line like this, right? Or if you've been really fancy, you'd put them on a little bit of an angle. However, we've got the straight line. We've got your sliders going around the butterfly. We've also got your sliders going around the butterfly, going around the heart. You've got the squiggly line ones. We've got the curve, like this monkey who's absolutely going bananas, like a little hammock on here. We've done the horseshoe one as well. So if you want to do the horseshoe here, we've got the horseshoe penny slider. We've got the circle penny slider with the little astronaut on. And by the way, these all mix and match. We've got, there's all sorts. There's a little bunny I'm going to teach you in a few minutes as well. So I'll take you through all of those because we've got 2 hours. We've got 2 hours for me to completely wear you out and blow your socks off with all the different things you can do. But is it all right, Rebecca, if I kind of just, we start with the demo first and then we can go into everything else?
Let's do it. That's what I need. Yeah, let's get crafting.
Right. So I'll circle back to explaining what you get and everything like that. But basically, each one of these kits comes like this. So what you've got in here is you've got basically a set of dies a set of stamps and a set of instructions. Every kit is exactly the same. So this is going to do your little bunny, and this is the little wave that you get him on, okay? So what you're going to do if you want to do, like, I mean, this is on the front of a box, and can you see he's spinning round and coming down the little fold as it was, right? And as soon as you want to do that, you need the runner and then the bunny. So in this case, that is your runner and that is your character. Then the other thing that's really critical is like a little circle here as well. That's because all your foam pads need to be in a circle. So are you ready for me to show you just really quickly how this works, okay? You're going to start with a blank sheet of paper. I've lost mine, but never mind. So you're going to start with a blank sheet of paper, and then you're going to use the runner to cut in. Have you done that upside down? It's going to cut in the channel. And what it does is, Rebecca, it cuts that channel. I'm calling you Rebecca all the time, Becky, aren't I? That's because they wrote your name as Rebecca on the sheet. It's Becky. It's Becky.
It's all right, I answered to both.
Yeah, I know, but that's your Sunday name. I'm going to sound like your mum. Rebecca, are you paying attention?
That's exactly it. Is that my mum from Spain?
So what it does is it puts that channel in exactly the right depth all the way around, right? So that is the crux of how everything works. Whether it's the zigzag channel, whether it's the heart-shaped channel, whether it's the, oh, what was the really fancy one that I loved? Where is it? Yes. We'll do this one as a demo in a few minutes as well. The squiggly one, really complicated, right? Not for you, only for us working it all out. Puts the channel in, and then you get to the complicated bit, the expensive bit. Because every card you make costs at least 2p, right? So you need 2 coins. We call them penny sliders because the cheapest way you can do it is with 2 pennies. However, if you want to use 5-pence pieces, if you're over in America and you're using some of your, 10-cent piece, whatever it is, as long as you've got 2 the same weight. So you have 2 pennies or whatever it is at the same weight. And then what you need to do is you need to make yourself a round foam pad. Now, you can either buy round foam pads, Becky, or if you don't, you could always use the circle here would cut it, or look what I found. I shouldn't even be showing you this, right? This is we've got like a screw. If you've got a screw punch, or if you've got a little hole punch would work a treat. Or you can just buy round foam pads, right? I'm not a fan of paying extra money for them when I can make them. So watch what we're going to do here. We're going to go with our 1p's, and we're going to stick this in the middle, right? And then all you do is you peel the back off. And we're going to basically sandwich the 2 pennies. So can you see that needs to be smaller than than how wide this is, right? So you're going to put your 2 pennies together on there and squeeze them together. And now that penny is moving up and down the track. That is how the whole thing works. You basically create a slider and put your 2 pennies on, right? Then once you've got your pennies on, you just need to stick your little character on. So in this case, I've got a little bunny. And bear in mind, he's coming in the kit because you're going to stamp him and then you're going to die cut around him as well. So you're going to stick that back on the top. And to be honest, you could put anything on. Once you've got the sliders, you could stick anything you want on, reinvigorate the stash you've got. And once that's on there, you see, he's just spinning around. And then the trick is we're just going to stick him on the front of a card, a box, whatever it is. And then every time you've got them spinning on this little track. So on that one there, I've basically got him let's put him to the top of here. And then all you're doing is you're spinning him round down the little track. And every one of these is exactly the same technique. Now that was just a super quick demo. But bear in mind, folks, you've got me for 2 hours. So I'm going to try and do all of the different ones. I'm going to show you all the different tracks. We'll do them on cards, we'll do them on boxes. I can troubleshoot and take any questions live. Becky will chit-chat with you. You let her know what you want to know. She'll let me know. Keep me on the straight and narrow. But Becky, you ain't never experienced anything like one of our launch day shows. It starts getting busy, I start getting panicky, and then I start getting a little bit hyper. I'm just forewarning you now.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I've got a black coffee next to me so I can keep up. We have got so many of these already gone. Now, I know you've been watching for a while and you will know full well that we've been doing loads of launches recently, like the Twist and Pop. And on the first show, Zoom, see you later, sweet potato, it's gone. If you do want to treat yourself to these, now is so your chance, and you are getting oodles in this selection. Have a little nosy at the different ones you're getting. So we're going to start off with the Over the Moon. This is the circular runner, and then you've got your wonderful astronaut there. Look at him! Whoa! I like the idea of putting these with some of the spinner characters as well. Maybe like the ballerina spinner. How cute would she look on that? She'd look fab. As well as that, I've got for you your flyby, your heart shape with your flutterby on there as well. Do you know what? I can't help but I know that I'm probably taking this out of focus, but I can't help but keep picking them up and playing with them. They're making me smile so much. You've also got in here the Look for Rainbows. Now, I think it's safe to say that rainbows have meant a lot to us for a long time, but possibly no so much more than the past 18 months or so. So what a great one for your mates. Oh, look at the little, he's so happy, that sun. Do you know what it reminds me of? Time for Teletubbies. Do you remember the baby in the sun?
Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
Oh, you're so la-la right now.
Hey, I'll go and get my purple handbag out if you want.
Yeah. We've also got in here your smooth sailing. This is the horseshoe shape that you're getting in here, and you're getting that wonderful boat that rocked in this detail and design. Again, for any of you equestrians, imagine popping on a stamp there if you've got any horse stamps. That would be a really nice one. Oh, because it's horseshoe shaped, what about for weddings? Could be quite nice, isn't it? Sign of good luck. As well as that, we're bringing to you your Go Bananas. This is our marvellous monkey there, with that beautiful design too. As well as this, we're going to be bringing to you your all ears collection. This is the bunny. We've just seen the mechanism for you, and we're bringing to you the Sky's the Limit as well. This one is the paper aeroplane one, so you've got the squiggly line on this, and as Sara said, she's going to be demoing this one shortly, so do treat yourself to it. As well as that, you've got your Smitten as a Kitten. This is your straight line, more of that traditional look, but still serious fun, and this is what Craig showed us earlier on. Now, let me remind you, this is a double pointer day, okay? So right here, you've already made a discount. You can see that. In the UK, nearly 80 quid this should be, nearly 80 pounds. Today, though, 69 pounds only, unless, of course, you're either brand new and it's your first time of shopping, or you're a platinum member, and actually, you're going to be getting it all today with that 20% extra discount for just £55.20. That's it. That's all you're paying, which is epic, and you're getting your double points. Rude not to, right? So all of that in there, or $90, of course. If you fancy getting just a few, maybe there's some that just stand out for you. You think there's some that you're going to be able to treat yourself to or use more. You can get your hands on a couple of them together for £18, $24 if you so wish. So that's just collecting a couple of them. If you wanted to just select the ones that maybe speak to you more, then that is the way you can do it as well. But if you're getting it this way, and I've got to say, honestly, I think this is bonkers. This is a launch. When were you getting discounts and freebies with a launch? But you are today. You are going to be getting, if you're buying the whole set, you're getting one for free. So that's all you're paying for, which is wonderful, because I can't think of a time, you know, if I go into a supermarket and they're launching, you know, a new flavour of soup, they don't give you discounts, do you? You have to pay full price. We're giving to you today a penny slider collection. Just as a reminder, you've got your Over the Moon. This is the circle and the astronaut. As well as that, you're going to be getting your beautiful flyby collection for all you flutterby lovers. Don't forget you're getting the stamps and sentiments here. This one is your Look for Rainbows. Your sentiments in here, beautiful, useful ones like thank you, which we always need. You've got hello as well. We're bringing to you your smooth sailing here. This says wishing you smooth sailing. Have a great trip, so great for those holidays, which fingers crossed will be on soon. We've also got your Go Bananas, as well as your all ears with that adorable bunny rabbit, perfect for, of course, Easter, but don't forget, spring, summer, perfect for all of those. We're bringing to you the Sky's the Limit for sending that love. Oh, go back. There he is. So you've got all of these sliders in here, and in this one you've got your follow your heart, for example, follow the sky, sky's the limit, enjoy the journey, and we're also bringing to you your Smitten as a Kitten for all of you feline mothers like myself, this is a great one. Smitten as a kitten with all of those different designs and dyes, and don't forget you're getting the flat straight runner on that one. All of it today, just £69 or $90, unless you're brand new and you're on platinum, which is meaning you're getting even more saving. This is so busy today. We've got around 400 people watching us on YouTube. Hello, about 300 of you watching us on Facebook. As I said before, loads of the launches we've been doing recently, they've been gone on the first show. So do make sure you're treating yourself if you so wish to. Do not forget as well, we've got the wonderful Sara with us for this whole show and later on for the Colour Me Happy as well. So if you've got any questions, you've got any ideas, throw them at us on the socials and I will be reading them to you, and this is how you're getting involved. So treat yourself whilst you can, and do not forget for me, we've got that web treasure for you where you're getting 3 for 2 on the tri-blend. So head on over and add them to your basket as well. Sara, what are you up to?
Well, I wanted to tell you about one thing, guys, right, before I start on my demos for the penny sliders, because we looked out a little bit. Did you know last night was a Leanne special cart load? Well, every time I do a Sara special cart load, which is only once a month, I always commission a fantastic, spectacular pack of cardstock made just for the show. So I handpick my own colours. You wouldn't believe what Leanne did for her special cart load. She actually went as far as briefing different finishes on the cardstock. So this was Leanne's cartload special. Are you ready to see what she had, Becky? It was unreal, right? So I'm going to build up to it. You've kind of seen the special one there, right? She put the silver Centura pearl in, because, I mean, everybody needs a load of silver Centura pearl. And then also the gold the copper slightly thicker. So this is a super thick board. So this is almost like a mount board in your copper, right? So this is your regular Centura pearl cardstock. Oh, very nice. This, she's asked for a mount board, right? So it's like a mount board copper. Then, and I don't know how she's done this, right? Then she's got in, let me just get this one here, this white linen textured card, right? Wait till you start inking on this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a textured card finish. Oh, George is coming in lovely for a look, and I still don't know if you can see it. It's like this linen-y effect. Yeah, maybe not. Doesn't matter, stay there, because you will absolutely see this next one. Then 2 special effect papers. This one here, oh yes, we can see that one there. And this one here. So it's metallic card and textured paper. So you get the silver one, you get that lovely gold with the special effect on it, you get the white cardstock, which is the linen effect white card, you get the mount board style one, which is your mount board copper, and then you get the silver in the metallic finish, the Centura pearl. Now, honestly, I can't believe, I'm going to be ringing up the people who make our cardstock and say, how come you'll do this for Leanne? You don't do it this special for me. It's pretty good what they do for me. This is next level. But it didn't arrive in time for Leanne to show it on the show last night. So hundreds of you ordered it. However, she didn't even get a chance to show it. Have you seen the price? £9.99, £14.99, or you can multi-buy 2 for £15, £25. If you want to multi-buy 4 or 6, you are very welcome to. I'm just going to tell you now, this categorically will not last the show. This will sell out before the end of the show. If you've got it in your basket, Becky will keep you up to date when you need to be checking out, but this is absolutely off the chart unreal on this.
I cannot get over that price. Genuinely, as someone who's been doing paper crafting myself since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I know full well for this quality, and I've got it here, I've been getting my mitts all over it. For the quality that you've got here, that price point is genuinely astonishing. Over 20% of the stock has gone on that. Now, if you're thinking that that is a brand new item, fresh in, 20% of the stock is massive. And with over 400 people now watching us on YouTube, hello YouTube, that goes to show how quickly it's going to be going today. So if you see something, grab it. If you watch one of the demos and you think, hang on, I fancy having a go at that, as I always say, you can't make it if you don't have the elements. So do feel free to treat yourself. Go on, it's the weekend and it's Mothering Sunday this
Very
weekend.
true. We'll have it for Mother's Day. Also, I guess one thing I better tell you, so I don't know if this is not a brand new item that we're adding to the collection. It's a one-off production run. So we only have it this once. So it's not a case of it's $9.99 and it's going up to $14.99. It's not going anywhere. Once it's gone, it has gone. That is the end of it. Now, I think we're pretty lucky that Leanne managed to negotiate us this, but however, I will say, once this kit has gone, we will not be able to do this exact same kit again. So if you're wanting this one and you are watching us live, you're all right. If you're not watching us live, I'm just going to say now, I'm really sorry because this will absolutely have sold out.
It will have gone. Just to remind you as well, you're getting 100 in total. And do you know what? I like to judge things on noise. Just listen to this.
And
just knocked some of them off. But that just goes to show you how much I've seen. I even saw Sara do that before and thought, I'm the only one who hasn't done it yet. I'm just trying to be cool and fit in. But that goes to show just how much you're getting in here. The thickness of some of these, it's just amazing. Such a great price for you, $9.99. Grab it whilst you can. If you've just tuned in, oh, what a great day to do it. Penny sliders are launching for you right here, right now. And we're going to head on over to the wonderful Sara to see what else we can make with this wonderful collection.
come on, right, here's the plan, Becky, for this shot. I'm going to start at the beginning and I'm going to build you up over the few demos, right?
Fab.
So we're going to start really simply. Where are they all? I'm going to start with my cat, right? So we're going to do the cat because he's just in a straight line. But we're going to take him a little bit better. We won't do him in a straight line. We'll do him on a straight diagonal line, so it's a little bit better. Now, in every one of these, you get the instruction booklet, which walks you through step by step with photographs. I know none of you are going to read that. You're going to come back and watch this lovely video. However, at least you know it's there, right? Now, the two parts in it, your stamps are for all your nice kind of detailed, pretty looking stuff. But then this here is going to give you your kitten, so where you can stamp and then die cut it out. This is your mechanism. So bear in mind, yes, you can probably think, well, I could maybe cut that out straight. When we get onto some of the fancy ones, that's where it really comes into its own. Now, watch what I've got. I've just taken nice basic card. I'm going to do a little bit of matting and layering, which I always find just makes life a little bit easier. And then I've just got a piece of cardstock that we're going to go onto on the front. Now, what I have done, just so you know, Becky, just kind of to make it a little bit easier, is I've taken the little balls and I've stamped a couple of little balls over the background and coloured them in, just so that we've got a little bit more going on here, right? But over the course of the show, I'll have more time to do this. I just want to get straight into kind of showing you how the whole thing works. So that is our card that we're going to put together. So first step is going to be taking the slider. Now you can either go straight with the slider like this. I've decided to take it on an angle, just a slight incline, so that we can always start our kit at the top and it can roll down the slide here, all right? Now, once we get that there, right, what I'm going to do is, and I know this is the one that our Craig did this morning, so I'm just, if you go back, you can go back and watch Craig as well, but I want you to see how nice and easy it was. You get that structured in the middle. What we're going to do is die cut that out, right? So if I take the Gemini MIDI here, and I'm doing all the cutting in the MIDI today, Becky, just for speed, really, all right? So straight through the middle there, and that is going to give me the perfect slider down here. Now, this is the bit that I want you to pay attention to, because this is the bit where it can make a really big difference to how well you do this, right? I'm going to use my tape pen and just stick this flat onto the base, all right? So that is going to go flat onto there. Now, this next piece here, this needs to raise up. So we're going to put that on with foam pads. I'll get my mechanism ready and then we'll go on it with the foam pads. So ready for the mechanism. This is where it gets expensive, Becky. I'm going with pennies again this time because I'm still too tight, okay? Now, either you've got a little round foam pad cutter, so like a hole punch is perfect for this, or you can buy foam pads that are already round. I think we might have some in the drawer actually, I'll have a little look later. Or, you see this die here? You can use that to cut your foam pads out. So what you can do is just get your regular foam pads from us, right? Pop that on there, and then just run it through your die cutting machine and it'll cut out a little circle for you. Actually, what you want, so it's going to cut out a circle that's that size, but what I want is I want the circle for that's the circle for going on top of your rudder, or the one that's on the inside is your smaller one, right? So you're going to cut this into smaller little circles like that, right? So you want either one or two little small circles. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this I'm going to go down first of all with my base one, right? And then you need to, construct. You need to construct this over top of there, right? So can you see your little circle? The trick with the circle, by the way, folks, needs to be smaller than the hole here. So if it's not smaller, it's not going to work. So you want it to be smaller. I'm going to give that a good push down, and I'm going to pop this on there so that we've got the two stuck down really, really well. And give it a bit of a practice at this point. You see mine's a little bit stuck. Do you know what that is? That's because I pushed them down and squashed my foam pad. So I'm just going to give it a bit of time. There, can you see?
Yeah.
It's actually started. So get that mechanism going. It's a bit like your twist and pops. You want to get the mechanism going before you start. If you use a square foam pad, by the way, it's not going to roll, is it not? No. Yeah, I've had a few of our designers make us use square foam pads, and I'm like, well, it's not going to roll then. Then what you're going to do, we're going to stick this onto here. Do not stick anything that is going to knock onto there, right? So let's have a little look. I'm going to overdo it with the foam. In fact, let's go foam tape, Becky. Let's overdo it so that you get the idea, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to give this at least, look at that, right a good wide berth like this. Can you see?
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a bit of wide berth there. I'm going to give it another bit of a wide berth down here so that I'm well out of the way. And do you know what? I want this to be a perfect slider. So do you want to see how we get it to be a perfect slider? You double layer the foam, right? So I'm going to peel the back off there, and I'm going to go with another layer just to give it the height it needs to be able to really move around. So I'm going across here again with another layer of the foam here, and then also with another layer of the foam here. So these are all the little professional tips, you see, that when we've got a couple of hours we can walk you through all of these, right? So happy with all of that. That's going to give me a lot of space around there. I've actually got some of our larger foam pads which are a little bit easier for working, so I'll pop one here, and let's double layer this one as well. So that will go onto there, double layered. And then I'm also going to do the same down here. I'm going to double layer this one, peel that off and double layer it. So that is now really foam padded up to the hilt. Can you see? It doesn't get much bigger foam padded than that, but that's going to sit on top of here. So I'm just going to peel the back off. Becky, any questions coming in about these or anything people are wanting to know?
We've had some lovely ideas. Lovely, is it Clarendon? Clarendon. I've probably pronounced that incorrectly, but hello to you. Said, question, if you powdered the foam pad after you put it on the penny, it could slide easier maybe.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
What a
That's going to work a treat. I find, to be honest, as long as you put, can you look how well that one's sliding? I mean, you can't, look, I'll try and do it up to, I just really struggle back to, yes, there we go. Can you see? It's just really sliding well, and it's just about using, I mean, and to be honest, if you want to use 10p pieces or 5p pieces, anything, as long as where we stuck that foam pad, remember, we give it a load of space, and then it's going to work a treat. But powdering it sounds like a great idea. I'll keep going and sticking, by the way. All I'm going to do is do my little cat and pop him on the front.
Perfect.
While you're keeping going on that.
Loads of people absolutely loving these. Laura May saying, how fun is this? They're fab, aren't they? Genuinely, when I've been looking at them, I've got some sort of samples next to me. I'm just looking at, I can't help but smile. They're smile-inducing cards, these, aren't they, the penny spinners? Serenity is saying double points is way too tempting. Ordering the slider set, double points, which meant I went double platinum. I'm not telling the bank. Yay, congratulations to you. We've got Kerry saying, good morning. I've ordered 4 penny sliders. And watching demos is making it fantastic. They are simply fantastic. I completely agree with you there. We've got Karen saying these cards look so fun. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, when myself and in fact everyone who's been in this studio looking at the pieces and the demonstrations, the bits that have been made up, nobody has just picked up a card and done it once. Everyone's constantly, oh, back and forward, back and forward. You can't help it. You can have fun with these. Teresa's question, is Becky from the Northwest? I am. What, give it away? Is it the accent? Possibly is, isn't it? I am indeedy. Candice says, love that you can use the MIDI machine with these. And she says that she absolutely loves that machine. Susie says, got an idea. All of the twirling characters would be cute on these
Yes, they
too.
would. Yes, they would.
Definitely have them spinning around in the different shapes. I love that idea. Alicia has got a question. Wondering if buttons would work.
No, you want pennies because you... There, look at that. Can I just tell you what I've done there, by the way?
Okay.
I moved it to stick it right in the centre so that because I changed the centre of gravity. So, yes, I moved it and now it's swirling even easier still. So there's another little tip on how to get it put. There's that perfect swirl. And we'll work on I'll keep giving you these little hints and tips all the way through for the perfect swirl. But in terms of buttons, no, the reason that buttons won't work is they're not perfectly straight. So I want you to have really nice, perfectly straight, which is why 2 coins and also 2 1-penny pieces are probably going to be even cheaper than buttons.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
so the trick is 2 nice weights, a round foam pad in the middle, and then lift it up. Look how far I've lifted this one up from the front. Lift it up with your foam pads so that if you double layer them foam pads and lift it right far forward, it's going to give your mechanism even more space to move around. So, and I'll show you that as we go through the course of the show, Becky. I'll do it with all the different chips. Should I get ready and do the jiggity edge one next? I'll do the jiggity one.
Yeah.
And then you can see it's exactly the same technique with the jigging. So that's the aeroplane one, little aeroplane. The jiggity one.
The jiggity one.
The
Right.
jiggity one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll make you do funny dances with me.
Yeah.
Did you hear what we did when we changed the schedule? Are you ready?
Go on.
You have to go slide further in the day. We slid into a new schedule.
I
Go on.
love that.
Go for it. Go on. Yes, you are so much better than Ben and Joe at it. Yes, I found a dance partner in crime. Nailed it. Give yourself a little, we're doing really good
It's
today.
back from them days of cha-cha slide. Do you remember them? Slide to the left.
Oh, yes.
We have got so many of you in on this. Okay, I've got nearly 500 people on YouTube, got around 400 on Facebook. You're coming in thick and fast. Your questions are as well, and we'll be answering them throughout the show. Keep them coming through. Don't forget it's your double points as well. If you have just tuned in, hi, how are you? My name's Becky. It's so nice to be with you, and we are launching, honestly, one of the most exciting launches ever. The penny sliders. These are wonderful if you love interactive cards. What I really like about these is when I'm looking at them and I'm picking them up and I'm playing with them, I am instantly thinking of who I might be gifting them to and what the look on their face would be. So I'm looking at this one, I'm thinking of my great nephew. My great nephew, 6 years old, I'm looking at this and imagining this being a birthday card and just seeing his face light up, open it. You'd love to be a fly on the wall, wouldn't you? So this one here is your over the moon. You're getting your stamps, your sentiments, your dies, of course. We're also bringing to you the flyby. This is your butterfly with that heart shape for you too. As well as this, we've got the look for rainbows, perfect, of course, for this year. Lovely smiley sun, and you get the heart and the rainbow shapes in the stamps as well. We're also bringing to you your smooth sailing. This is a big amount for you there with all of those lovely wave stamps as well. I love this. I can imagine using my tri-blends on these. And don't forget your tri-blends at the moment, 3 for 2 on the website. I kid ye not. We've also got in here for all you cheeky monkeys. I don't know where that voice came from. Your Go Bananas set. This has got your monkey and you've got the arc or banana shape, hammock shape, if you will, slide section on there. We're also bringing you all ears with that hoppy bunny. We've got the sky, the limit, which is the one that lovely Sara is whipping up for you next. And then we've got your smitten as a kitten as well, which we've just seen. So that is what you're going to be getting. Let me remind you, if you're getting this in the UK, you're brand new or you're with platinum, yet £69. But if you're brand new or platinum, it's only £55.20 for all of that. That's incredible, absolutely astonishing. I've got some made up pieces here for you to have a little nosy at as well if you fancy it. So we've got loads of you in on this one, and I will let you know too, again, if you've got any questions or ideas, maybe you're looking at some and you're thinking that'll be for a person in your family, let us know, get us on socials. I think this is probably one of my favourites, if I'm totally honest. I think this...
Wait till I show you. I'm thinking sending little love letters, Becky, or sending notes across the miles. But then also bear in mind, once you've got that squiggly line, you could use the squiggly one with the cat if you want. You can kind of mix. You can mix and match them all. They're really hard doing them back to front, upside down for the camera.
They are right, yeah. But I think this one's absolutely wonderful. I was saying before, it reminds me a bit of, is it the second to last Harry Potter? I can't remember, but they go into the Ministry of Magic. And in the Ministry of Magic, they have all of these notes sent department to department like that. It's magical if you love a bit of Hogwarts. We've also got your cat detailed design here with that smitten kitten with the mouse as well. We've got the bunny. I love the bunny on a card like this. I just think it looks so eye-catching. You can see, again, you just want to keep playing with them, don't you, with these lovely designs. We've got, A up. Anyone else want to go on the holidays looking at this? Whip me off to Spain. Look at them. They look fantastic, don't they? And again, you've got that lovely shape on this, which you could use with other different designs. We have got your... Oh, that was apparently my impression of a monkey. This is your penny slider with the Go Bananas one there. And you do get the little bananas in this, don't forget. We haven't just drawn them on. You're getting all of this, everything you need. I think this is possibly one of my absolute favourites as well. I love the rainbow looking design. And just look how happy this little son looks as he's going around that rainbow. Doesn't he look gorgeous?
That one was spinning perfect.
Yeah, it's good spin on that one.
Good spin. You'll have a good spin on all of them by the time I've taught you the tips and tricks over the next hour and a half.
Oh, we adore that. We've also got for you here the butterfly one, that's your flyby. And again, I mean, you can't help but pick them up and play with them. I'm well aware that, you know, I'm taking this out of shop, but I just can't help myself. And this is how people are going to feel when you send these to them. And then we've got your wonderful astronaut there as well. So those are 8 different designs in total, don't forget. If you get in the bundle today, you're only paying for 7. Oh yeah, you're getting one for free, but you also get that discount wherever you are in the Club Inspire with your double points today, don't forget. And if you do want to treat yourself, I would say to you, be quick. Have you ever had those times where you're thinking, okay, is today the day I get it, or should I wait a little bit and see? We've had so many sellouts on launches recently. I'd say to you, if they're making you smile, treat yourself to it, definitely. Let me remind you that we've got the metallic pearl cards and papers as well for you today. Meant to launch last night. We've managed to whip them away. I will let you know though that, as Sara said before, I'm afraid it's a one-time only. If you miss it, you miss out, as they say. So if you do fancy, I love this one. The linen one for me is amazing. I'm looking at this and it is like, I know it's hard for you to see, but it is like looking at vintage lace work. You know when you see the dense areas in lace? Actually, it would go great with the bobbin lace frames we did in the wake-up call. So yeah, you've got all of these ones. I can't believe how texture and metallic. I've never seen anything like it. You're going to be getting 100 sheets, only $9.99, $14.99, or 2 for £15, or 2 for $25. You're not going to be surprised when I say that even though this is brand spanking new, I've got over 30% of them gone. So as Sara said before, likely to be a sellout today. So if you are watching on the repeat, hello future people. Probably have sold out for this, I'm sorry. But do treat yourself whilst you can. And as we say, it is a one-time thing, so grab it if you want it. As well as all of that, we've got some absolute must-haves. You know that you're going to need your foam collections for these sliders. So this is what we're going to bring to you. You've got your foam on the roll and you've also got the foam pads as well. All of these in together, £12 only or $20. And that is a massive saving of 15% overall. All of those, of course, going to be great for you. We've got the 12 by 12 paper pads. I absolutely adore this one. This one is your celebrations. Now you've got 48 of them in total. You're getting 3 of each of those designs and the 16 designs in total. That's a massive amount, isn't it? All of that for just £11.69 or $15.25. Another big saving there. And if you are planning on treating yourself to a little bit of your rainbow brights, may I introduce you to the 12 by 12 everyday brights. 50 of those ones. You're getting 5 of each of the colours, and you're going to be getting the 10 different colours with this too. So you have all of that opportunity to treat yourself. And how great would those rainbow ones go with actually some of the penny sliders? Because some of them, especially the rainbow one, maybe even the sky one, you've got those bright optimistic colours in there, so it's perfect pairing. If you do fancy grabbing them, you know what to do. Head on over and treat yourself to these on our website. £9.99 again on those metallic cards. So many of you in on this one again, absolutely loads of you watching, so many of you with baskets full of treats, and we want to give you a chance to check out without missing anything. So stay where you are, make sure you're checking out, and we'll be back with you in a second.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
So now you know how to get involved. We are on our launch day for you right here, right now with those wonderful penny sliders. A massive percentage of the stock has gone, especially as when we were playing that, I think lots of people went, right, now it's time to click your old checkout button, and even more of them has gone. So if you do fancy it, now is definitely your chance with those wonderful penny sliders. And we've got another demo on the way as well.
Concluded, as we've got more people watching this show than we ever have a launch day. I mean, our launch days are normally busy, but there are more of you watching now than we're even used to on a launch day. And I'm going to go back to the beginning, just in case you missed the start of the show. Because actually, you look at that and think, oh, that must be complicated. And it's really not, okay? So we're going to do this card here, Becky. So I'm going to do the penny slide, but they all work in the same way, where you've got the channel and the little penny is kind of moving through the channel, right? Now, I've specifically picked the difficult shape one, as it was under here, so that you can kind of see how to do it. But once we get going, you'll be like, oh wow, that's really easy, right? Everyone is the same technique, whether you've got the wiggly line, whether you've got the heart, right, and you want to come straight round the heart like this. I mean, look at that, look how well that moves round. I'll do that one later, by the way. I'll teach you how to do the heart. Whether you want to do the astronaut, where he goes round and round in a little circle, can you see? Now, how they all work, Becky, it's always the same thing. You need this channel. So the whole thing, penny sliders work on having a channel and then having 2 pennies sitting either side of a channel moving round. So let me just show you. The one that I showed everybody right at the beginning, right, was this one here, and I've took my pennies back off here, but we've cut the channel out. And then all you do is you take 2 pennies with a round foam pad in between. You put the 2 pennies on top of each other, right? And then they are going to slide down that channel. This is what a penny slider is. I didn't invent it, folks. I'm not that clever. I've been making these cards for the last 20 years, all the time I've been doing crafting, but I could only ever do a straight line, Becky, because you need to cut them exactly the same width apart. The first time someone's actually done a channel for them, and then once you get to this stage, you see, you just put your little character on, and then your little character slides all the way along. So, right, I digressed on there, though. I was going to start and show you this card, wasn't I? So we're doing this one here, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off just by doing a lovely background. So in every one of the kits, you get stamps, you get full instructions, and you also get the die cut, right? So I'm going to start with the stamps. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a nice kind of background. So I've got the couple of clouds here. And if I bring in my just base stamping mat, and I'm going to pop these under here. And because I'm just stamping the background, I'm going to do it with like a plain alcohol-proof die. So we might have one up in, let's get you flat on here. Might have one up in the top corner here. And then let's have a look, another little one of these down the bottom here. So we can have you just coming onto the bottom there. And then, oh, let's change out for the other one because you've got a couple of different clouds on here. So we'll put another one of these clouds coming in from the side. There we go, we just build this up. Now, you don't have to have then the wiggly line on the clouds because you could use any, if you go for the whole kit, you can mix and match any of them, Becky. They're all designed to work together. Now, next stage from here is if I get, oh, we've got the quick dry inks on the shore, which are brilliant if you're wanting to do a little bit of distressing around the edge as well. So I'm just going to bring in a little bit of colour. So I'm using one of the blues here, and I'm just building up a little bit of that colour around the outside. So you could use, I mean, this is ocean blue, but you could use the baby blue, you could use the lagoon here, you could do any shade you want. And this one is from that kit that we have got on today. Just as it's like a 13 pack that we put you together of all your core colours, right? So that's giving you a little bit of colour around the outside, Becky. But then actually, I feel like it needs a little bit something else personally, right? So all I'm going to do is use one of the tri-blends and just come in with some of the ice grey bits just around here like this. There you go.
Oh, it makes them look really 3D.
Doesn't it just? It just kind of pulls them together.
Don't forget those tri-blends, 3 for 2 on the web at the moment, if you fancy it.
Well, why wouldn't you? Not at that sort of price. So now there's my clouds, look a little bit more authentic, right? And then we're ready. Now we've got the background ready. I'm ready to put the mechanism in. So in this one, this is the mechanism here, right? But remember what I said, you could go and take any one of the other kits and change out for any of the other mechanisms. So you can either, let's have a look, we could go like that, or we could have it coming downwards like this. We could just have it going straight along the middle. I think I'm going to put mine with a slight little angle up on the top like that, right? So, and that is cutting the jagged line, but both of them consecutively. So that's going to go in the middle like that. And then I'm doing all of my cutting through the Gemini MIDI just to speed things up a little bit. But these are really simple dies which will go in any one of your die cutting machines. Imagine if you had a Pro and you had a big 12 by 12 scrapbook page, Becky, and you were actually cutting your different slider mechanisms into your scrapbook page.
Wow.
And then you could be having them moving on your scrapbook page, right?
I love that idea.
So there's that. Now, I wanted to do an extra bit on this one, right? Because here's my base card that I've got. And you can absolutely put your base card like that, and then we've got like a black piece in the middle. However, what you have got, which I think is quite awesome, is this little piece here, right? And this absolutely follows through that little gap. So when it stamps in, you see, oh, it's upside down. Look, here, I've stamped one, right? So when it goes in, can you see that is going to go behind so that you will see the little trail behind?
That's cool.
Now, here's the thing, right? I never know where I'm going to get it right. So what I'm going to do with this is, where is my, all-purpose? Here it is, right. I'm going to put this on with all-purpose, Becky, so that what I've got is a little bit of manoeuvrability time. So if I put that there like that, that's going to go over the top here, right? So then I can just manoeuvre this down. Let me just make sure I've got that all right. Right, manoeuvre that down so that that is going exactly into the right place. That looks right, doesn't it?
Perfect,
Comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Right, so that is in exactly the right place, and it's easy to stick it on an extra little piece of card than it is to stamp it straight onto the bottom. It's a bit weird looking at it like that now, but when it's on there, it's going to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Now, here's the next bit then, right? We're going to make our mechanism go on here. So have I got 2 more pennies? Yes, I have. Right. 2 more pennies ready to go. And then what you need to do is you need to cut yourself a little round foam pad, right? So I've cut one here ready, where I've just cut it into a little circle. And can you see, you want it to be just small. It's got to be smaller, can you see, than the little gap in there. Now, them little hole punches are perfect hole punches. Or, I mean, you can buy ready-made ones if you want, but I just think, why would you pay somebody to cut something into a circle for you when you can just do it yourself? And you pay a fortune for circular foam pads. Right, so here we go. That's going on the middle there like that. You just put it right in the middle. If you want it to move a little bit easier, watch what you can do. You could peel that back off and you could put another one on top of that. So you have like a double layer foam pad if you want, just to give it a little bit more manoeuvrability. You don't need to, but if you want your mechanism to move a little bit smoother, right? So I'm putting that behind, just sit this in the gap, and then go and pop your other penny on the top, right? And I'm going to push them really far together. So look at this now. Yes, can you see that's all moving around there and it's spinning? That's the whole trick. Because you have a circular foam pad, Becky, it's going to keep spinning. If you did it with a square foam pad, it wouldn't spin. It would just sit. It's like having square wheels on a car. You wouldn't put square wheels on a car. You need circular wheels for it to move up the track, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first tip. Right? Now the next one is, what you want to do is, you want to raise that right up. So you can either do it with foam pads, and I'll do this one with foam pads. The last one I actually did it with foam tape. But I want you to leave, let's have a little look, I'll draw on it. I've got a pencil here, right? I want you to leave plenty of space. So I'm going to leave at least all of that space there, so that the penny can still move. Can you see I've not put foam pads anywhere? It's going to be undisturbed. So leaving that space undisturbed, but I'm going to make sure that we put plenty of foam pads. So right around here, and I'm going all the way around the outside with loads of foam pads here, just to make sure that it sticks really, really well. Look, can you see I'm putting two? And I'm going to double layer them all. So don't be tight and scrimping on your foam pads, because you want a really nice elevated finish, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, there's no need to scrimp because we've had loads of foam pads on today at a bargain price, so grab them whilst you can.
Well, let me add, it was no accident. It was no accident that we put you a lovely big foam pad collection on today. It's like we thought, do you know what? I want them to not scrimp on foam pads. I want them to have all the foam pads they need to be able to do a really good job of these cards. So let's put loads of foam pads. Do you know, our Craig, I bet was in his element, was he? Foam pad boy. He loves a good foam pad, our Craig. So, right, last 3 bits on here. And I'm like I said, I'm using the large ones here just for speed. If you would rather use the tape or anything like that, whatever floats your boat. So, plenty of foam pads on there, all double layered up, is going to get you the best mechanism movement. Bear in mind, folks, this is a masterclass, so I'm trying to teach you all the detail here, as opposed to doing it, I'm not doing it quick, I'm giving you all the time. So, if we pop it down there, get that exactly lined up in the centre, absolutely perfect, there we go, all right? All moving perfect. And then we're all good, and then we're ready to put whatever it is on top of there. So in this one, I'm going to use the little, like send a little note, because I'm trying to use everything from the same kit. Because if you are only buying one, you might just buy one, that's absolutely fine to do. However, you could use, how awesome would the little sun look? You could have the sun in the clouds on a little bit of a trajectory. Or you could use the monkey. Can you see? Oh, I've knocked you. Look at that. You need, oh dear. I'm going to need to put a new foam pad on there to refix that, right? New little round foam pad to stick them two together. But you could use the hammock shape, the slider, inside the clouds with the sun on. If you go for the whole bundle. Does that make sense? You can kind of mix and match to whatever you want. But I've just done one with the little aeroplane on. And then what you want is you want to stick your aeroplane in the middle. So I've tried it where you stick your aeroplane like this. But the problem is it's like massive. You just want it to spin on its axis. So you want to go right in the middle. So all I'm going to do is use one of those foam pads that, again, I've used the die cut piece to cut it into something round. I'm going to pop this one on the front of here. There we go. So you're going right in the centre there. That'll give us the nice little moving mechanism. There it is, moving perfectly because we've double foam padded it. And then just to finish that whole card off, all I've got is sky's the limit. And I'm going to just do a nice little, again, raise that up with a little foam pad in the corner. And then once we've got the sky's the limit, I've also got a couple of little hearts that I'm going to add on, Becky, just to kind of finish off the whole thing. There we go. Sky's the limit down the corner. Here's a couple of the little hearts, and I'll just use the little foam pads here as well to finish this off. There. Super cute, isn't it?
So sweet.
And wasn't it easy? I mean, I've done this right from scratch, right from the very, very beginning, just so that you can see just how easy it is. But they all work in exactly the same way. And it's up to you how you want to kind of take it. Oh, it needs a couple more clouds, doesn't it? Let's have a look. I've got a couple more clouds that I've cut out here. Let's raise up a couple more of these clouds. Now you're talking, aren't you? Yes, now like I don't want that to be in the way of that. So I'm just getting that to the right level. You've lost us, Becky. I'm in my own little world.
I can tell, and I love it.
This is what happens.
I'm exactly the same. The amount of times I've had to, rewind Coronation Street because I've gotten distracted with my craft. Can't tell you. There's loads of you messaging in. Thank you for this. We've had the lovely Anna saying, I love the different versions of all these penny sliders. Can't wait to treat myself to each. We have had Susie T with an idea saying that, oh sorry, no, wrong name, it's Christine, saying, I think that using a bus and a taxi would look brilliant for those scenes, and you could use a London scene in the background.
You could mix and match this with your best of British. To be honest, once you've got, the clever bit in all of this, Becky, is that. Right? And you're going to have all the different ones in the kit. I'll let you walk everybody through all of them again, but you're going to have all the different ones. You're just literally using a different track, and you can put anything you want on the track. The track is the critical bit, and that's what we've done for you, okay? Perfect. So I will get ready and do you want me to teach you how to do one of the ones with the bits in the middle? Do you want to do the astronaut, or do you want to do the butterfly?
Astronaut.
Astronaut, right.
Everyone's
whatever you want,
astronaut.
darling. Whatever you want.
Everyone's saying astronaut. You don't see astronauts that often. No, you don't. I mean, it depends where you work. NASA, probably quite often. But anyway, it's a different story. Pam is in saying, I joined in and saw the paper collection, so went back out and bought 2 pads. All of those paper and cards, 2 pads for £12. Couldn't resist. We've had Wonder in saying, I've just ordered the complete set. The heart with the butterfly is my favourite. We've also got Paula in saying the penny sliders checked out. Now time to raid the copper jar in readiness. Yeah, hey, get your hands down the back of your sofa. If you're anything like me, there's always pennies down there, isn't there? So yeah, if you've got any of those saving up jars, then now's your time to get using them. If you have just tuned in, let me quickly whiz through the treats you're getting in this launching brand new selection. Just as a reminder from what we mentioned earlier on, dispatch day on these is the 17th of March, just to let you know. It's only 5 days away. They'll be with you ASAP. We are bringing to you double points on these. Don't forget, penny slider collections. You have got your astronaut. This is the one that the lovely Sara's whipping up for us as we speak. That's not the noise an astronaut makes. Could you imagine? Over the moon this one is, with your stamps and sentiments and your dies. You've got your flyby as well. We're also bringing to you the look for rainbows with that oh so happy smiley smiley sun going over the rainbow. We're bringing to you your smooth sailing. This one here is with the sort of track, if you will, in that lovely U shape, and then you've got the boat on there too. I really like this one. You've got in here with the stamps things like your lovely almost calligraphy like waves. It really, because these are they're sort of a kinetic card, aren't they? They move, they have that movement to them. I love that in the designs of these we've actually taken that movement feeling, especially with the waves, for example, on this one. We're also bringing to you your Go Bananas. This is your cheeky monkey, and you're getting the vine in there, or the lianas, if you will. You're getting your palm tree and your bananas, or nabanas as we call them in my household. I don't know why, we're odd. All ears I've also got for you here. This is your lovely bunny rabbit with all of those sentiments, and you've got, I just think the sayings in this are so cute. Do you know what, you could colour these whatever colour you wanted, couldn't you? But I think they're fabulous for anyone who just loves the great outdoors. Sky's the limit for you. We've just seen this demoed by Sara, and you've got your Smitten as a Kitten as well. Remember, if you're new, you're getting 20% off. If you're platinum, you're getting 20% off. And that is already on top of a massive saving that you've got there. So £69 or $90 only for you today. It is busy. And when I say busy, I mean busy, bees busy. So do feel free, if you want to grab anything, do so now because you're up against it. We have got so many treats and treasures coming up for you, and don't forget it is double the points. And you might be thinking, double points on what? I don't understand. Well, let me explain. In fact, no, I shan't. Sara will do it herself in this little video.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us for this launch day. If you've just tuned in, hey up, my name's Becky. I'm joined by the wonderful Sara and she's just getting ready for some more fabulous demos. What a first launch day it is for me. I tell you what, it's one of those smile-inducing launches. Don't get me wrong, I'm like everyone, you know, something new, it's exciting. But these, you cannot help but pick them up, play with them, and smile. We have got the fabulous penny sliders, and if you are not entirely sure what these are, we have got a kinetic moving card. We have got elements and mechanisms in here that, I'll be completely honest, you know me, I'm always honest with you. When I first looked at these, I thought, oh my gosh, they're so cool. How hard's this going to be to make? We've seen the demos and honestly, they're easy. We have got oodles for you in here and we've got loads more demonstrations coming up. Don't forget, you're getting the 8 different designs. Dispatch on this is the 17th of March. And let me remind you as well, it's double points too. We are bringing to you as well, just to let you know, the tri-blends, which are going to be great for these, 3 for the price of 2 on the website. So head on over there and check out those baskets as well. We've also been going wild for some cardstock, haven't we?
Yes, this is a brand new, well actually we might as well not call it brand new because it's a limited edition pack that Leanne had put together for her cart load last night. So are you ready to see what's in it? Okay, 100 sheet pack. You are getting the fabulous Centura Pearl in the silver, right? We all love that, fantastic. Then you are getting, look at this. This is like mount board. We've never ever had this product before. You've got the 20 sheet, so you've got the copper in the mount, but it's not quite like mount board, but it's almost mount board like in the thickness. Then you get Becky's favourite, which is the gorgeous white linen effect one as well. So you get 20 sheets of the white linen effect. Then, look at these two. These are incredible. So it's the silver special effect textured paper. So you get, well, it's like paper, it's very, very thick. And then also, if I show you this one here, this is like this special effect. It'd be wonderful for die cutting. It's just this wonderful special effect finish. Now, this is the card pack that Leanne had put together for her cartload show last night, okay? It is a one-off production run. You only get it once. You literally only get the opportunity of it once because she's commissioned. We've got a couple of thousand. That is it. When Becky gives you the stock updates, that is all of the stock that we have of these. They will all sell out. I would say today, but probably in this show, you can buy them individually, $9.99 or $14.99, or you can multi-buy pairs of these. So if you want to get pairs of these, you are more than welcome to buy 2, 4, 6 of these. But for 100 sheets. 100 sheets for that price today is absolutely incredible. Now, where are we at stock-wise, my dear, on this one?
40% gone.
40%, and what was it that started show? 20? Right, these will absolutely go in this next hour. The amount of people adding at least, you've got to get them in twos because you get a better deal, 2 of these in with your penny sliders. This could be the difference that takes you up to your free shipping. So I would say it's not very often we get an opportunity like this with these sort of kits. This will be a one-off. If you want that kit, this is the only way. It's the only time you'll be able to get it is if you're getting it in this show now, okay? And obviously we'll wait and dispatch that with your penny sliders from the 17th. Right, I'm going to put them to one side and get ready for another demo, my dear.
Fabulous. I absolutely adore them cards. I actually can't think of a time I would not use them. I know, I keep picking them up and just going, ooh. I'm thinking, me mum, me dad, me grandma, you know, I've got, 3-year-olds in my family who would love these in cars. I just think they're fab. I can't wait to get my hands on them. Fingers crossed. I probably won't be able to.
I think the only way you're going to be getting your hands on them is if you get to take that pack home with you, because I'm telling you now, by the time you get finished and you get to order one, you've got no chance. Absolutely no chance. Right, come on, do you want me to walk you through this again from the beginning, okay?
Fab.
Because I said this right at the beginning. I did not invent penny sliders. Penny sliders, it was one of the early card techniques that I learned when I started to go on advance with my cards. This is what it is. It's basically a channel. And then what you do is can you see this isn't a penny slider, this is a 5p slider, this one. So you've got 2 coins and you have 2 coins that basically run their way along a channel with a round foam pad in between them. But you need a channel, exactly the same size. Now that's fine, Becky, if you're doing a straight channel. What about if you want to do a horseshoe shape like this and you want to have your penny sliding around the horseshoe shape? Well, you need to cut 2 horseshoes exactly the same. Or the one that I'm going to show you next is the astronaut, and you want your astronaut sliding around there. You can only do that if you have the perfect size channel. Look at the hearts. The perfect size channel for all of these to go around, right? And that's what the penny slider set to do for you. So for example, if we're looking at the astronaut, what I'm going to do is, let me get the little set. They all come in here. So you've got the monkey, there's the heart, there's the astronaut, right? In fact, that's the exact card I was showing you on the front here. Inside the pack, you get, there is your mechanism. Well, it's not really a mechanism, is it not? It's your channel. There's your channel cutter, right? And then to go with your channel cutter, you get loads of lovely little stamps and then all the dies to go with it. So this one, you've got your little spaceship, you've got your actual astronaut, some of the planets and everything like that. My boys are going to love this one. Oh, I wonder if they're watching. They'll be home from school with their daddy. If you're watching, kids, I'm going to make this and bring it home tonight, right? By the way, you do get an instruction book in every single pack. However, I know you're going to come back and watch the demonstrations, not necessarily have to do, go and read the instructions. Now, here's what I'm going to do then, Becky, right? I've got the basics ready. So here's my card that I've done the matting and layering. And then I've got just a square of card. This is going to be the pattern on the front. And just for speed, because I'd rather do more cards, I've got one here, can you see, where I've just stamped. So you've got the top of the moon here. You've got some of the little stars that you can stamp in the background, and then I use a little bit of ink to ink up the background. So that's going to be my background ready for me to do the die cut piece on too. We're all making sense so far?
Absolutely.
Lovely. Right, so we now decide where we want the channel to go. Now, very important here, look at this. When we do the multiple channels, we're actually giving you the connectors so that it holds it in the right place. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop it right across the middle and then just hold it in place with just a little bit of tape so that it's not going to move as we put it through the die cut machine. And I'm going to die cut these just nice and simply through the Gemini MIDI. So they will go through any one of your machines. What I would say is if you're wanting to do things like, you know, larger cards or your scrapbook pages with these, you can use, these become positioning dies. So you could position them, especially if you've just been going for the Gemini Pro, you can position them in the middle of your scrapbook pages and things like that. So there we go, we've got that. We need to also stick right on the inside, Becky, that piece there, also raised up. So I'm going to stick them, and then this if you want. What you can either do, you see, that's going to go onto the background, and then that needs to raise up there. You can either have a black channel, or we can stick this channel flat in the background. I think we might stick that channel black in the back in the background.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for, well, you would think, right? Now, this needs raising up with foam pads, right? Either foam tape or foam pads. I'll do it with foam pads just to show you, okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to leave plenty of space around here for your penny to move. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take plenty of these foam pads here, and I'm going to go, let's have a look at this, right along the bottom here. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to come up the sides as well. Notice I'm staying well away from all of that kind of slider piece in the middle. So we're giving it loads of space in there. And then Sarah's top tip. So I don't know if you find this in the instructions or not or whatever, but I can tell you, I learnt this, crikey, must be nearly 20 years ago when I did my first penny slider cards. I know what you're thinking. She doesn't possibly look old enough. Was she making penny slider cards when she was just a toddler? But my trick, the thing that I learned is if you want this moving, right, double layer up your foam pads. And if you stick 2 layers of foam pads on, or if you want, you could buy extra thick foam pads. I mean, it works exactly the same, but I found that, you know, you can never get hold of extra thick foam pads. I just like to use the ones that are already pretty thick, and I'm doubling up all the way around here. And then we're going to stick those on, double layer all the way, and then that's going to go onto the background. Now, Becky, this one's a little bit different to the last card I showed you, in that usually when we stick this onto our card, we've got the, we've got the penny slider already kind of manoeuvring in place. Yes. However, we have to stick a middle piece into this, so I'm not going to do it. Let's have a little look, make sure I got this up the right way. Yep. I'm going to pop this onto the front place here, right? So that is all layered up. Now, this is going to go flat, and then we're going to have to layer up the middle as well. So if I just get myself a little bit of tape on here, all right, getting all this kind of manoeuvring into place. There we go, all right. This, I'm going to go really flat up against the bottom, all right? So there we go, that's flat up against the bottom. And then this, Becky, I need to raise up, just like we did the last one, but I'm going to raise it up again with foam pads in the middle. Going to double layer that one too. So let's have a little look. If I put a whole big one, do you think I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. I'm going to cut it roughly to square on there so that it goes right in the middle and it's right out of the way of my penny. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you don't want any obstructions or else it won't spin as well.
That's exactly it. I'm pleased you get that because, you know, it really surprised me when I kind of first looked up how to do these. That's not like obvious stuff to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, right, here we go. Right, before I put this on then, let's get the pennies ready to go. So I'm saying pennies. I know in America you're probably thinking, oh no, this is never going to work for me because we haven't got any pennies. Well, you can use your cents, it's exactly the same. As long as you've got 2 coins the same. Don't use big pound coins because they're nice and thick. Just use flat, thin coins. Or someone's asking, could we cut out like round pieces of mount board? Or could we cut out round pieces of construction acetate? Absolutely. As long as it's nice and flat and it's about this size. Buttons, no, because they're not flat. So you need 2 flat pieces. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take a foam pad. And let me just show you, right? So if I want to take one of these foam, I've got a piece of foam here, right? And you're going to take a piece of foam and you're going to cut out a little circle from your foam pad, right? And the circle, Becky, needs to be less than what the channel is, right? So that's how the whole thing works is it needs to be smaller than what the channel, and the channel is that width there. So if I just hold this over, yep, that's going to be smaller than the channel, so we're all good. So all you do is once you've got that smaller than the channel, that goes into the middle. You can double layer it if you want. I'm just going to do a single layer. And then watch this here. You see, you're going to pop that behind there. we're going to stick that penny on there, but I'm going to get this, can you see, all lined up in the right place. So that goes right in the middle. Yes, comfortable with that. This is going to go on top there, right? So that is all comfortable on top of there. And now, oh, that penny is sliding like an absolute dream, right? So once you've got that penny sliding absolutely perfect, you just need something to slide it on. That's when you're going to take things like your little astronaut. You could have his little rocket if you want. I've got here, let's have a little look. I've got my astronaut. I'm going to put the astronaut on top of there. So I'm going to just go loads of tape on here so it's nice and stuck. Oh, do you know what you could do if you wanted? You could put like a little picture of, you know, your son's face or something in the astronaut. That is me being really sexist there. Because I've got 2 boys, I'm thinking my boys would look lovely in there. If you've got little girls and they want to be astronauts, you could put your little girl's face in there as well, right? Now look at this. Look at him spinning. Come on, Becky, is that not just the most perfect little spin going round and round? And then all you need to do is you just decorate the rest however you want. So let's have a little look. I'm going to take my little rocket and I'm going to go, oh, should we 3D the rocket up as well? And just put the rocket well out of the way of your astronaut. So you see, when the astronaut's coming round here, I might put this right in the bottom corner, right? Going to go right there, so he's well out of the way. And then let's have a little look. Oh, I could put some planets. I'll stick my planets flat so that I'm not worried about them. There we go. So we're going to get that one there. Oh, I've got a couple of these little planets that look like Saturn or Jupiter or whatever it is. And then I've got a little Earth-looking planet on here as well. And all of these have just been stamped and then die cut. So can you see, we've got all these ready. And then whatever you want. So like adventure awaits is the nice little. So adventure awaits there. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go, right, adventure does indeed await. And let's stick this on the back here. How ironic, Becky, that I'm actually getting large foam pads and then cutting them in half this time. Usually I'm putting a couple of foam pads together on here. The nice big ones are brilliant though. You go down there, out the way, perfect. And then that's going to go in the corner. Adventure awaits for my 2 boys when I get home and I show them that lovely little astronaut card that we've just made. But isn't it one of them things, Becky? It looks complicated. But just remember, we should have had like a little top tip. Sarah's top tips, okay? 2 weighted coins exactly the same weight. As long as they're the same, you're absolutely fine. Your foam pad must be round. You watch me cut that there freehand with the scissors. Doesn't have to be so perfectly round. I mean, if you've got one of them little single hole punches, they're brilliant. Round foam pad in the middle with 2, make a little sandwich of you. That's the filling inside your sandwich, okay? Double layer your foam pads so that your cardstock's lifted right up, and then be careful you don't have anything in the way of the moving mechanism. You have all of that in place and you will end up with the absolutely perfect penny slider card, whether it's the astronaut, whether it's like the butterfly. Can you see the butterfly's working in exactly the same way? You could have your astronaut going around the little heart if you want, or whether you just, like for example, this little, horseshoe shape. And you're just going round and round with the horseshoe. As long as you follow them little tips, you'll have an absolutely perfect finish. And do you know what? I know you'll have a perfect finish because we'll be doing a craft along live at some point in the next few weeks. So as soon as you get yours delivered, we will be scheduling our craft along. I can't remember exactly when it was. I remember putting it in the schedule. The craft along is scheduled for a few weeks' time anyway, so that we can all craft along together and do all of these hints and tips. Just make sure you've got yours for then.
Oh, it's just fabulous, isn't it? Anyone else getting like cheek pain just by looking at them all? I just can't help but smile at them. These are your penny sliders launching for you today. And we have got a massive 8 different packs, if you will. Each of the packs comes with your stamps, your sentiments, your dies, and the instruction book as well, if you are so inclined. So do feel free to seize the moment on those ones right now. I loved the idea of putting the face in the little astronaut. I think that'd be fabulous. Hey up. Now, I'm about to be a little bit sappy. I'm about to be a bit, a bit like, Imagine putting a face in the astronaut and then using the heart-shaped one with another face here. So the raised section here is another face.
Yeah.
And you could put something on it like, my world revolves around you.
Oh.
So it's like, you know what I mean? imagine? I mean, it's sappy as you like, but that'd be quite cute, wouldn't it? Like maybe you and your partner, you could be, you know, the centre of the heart or whatever. Quite cute. I love this one. This one is just making me smile from ear to ear. It is the sun and the rainbow collection there, and it's loads of sentiments in this one. I mean, if this itself doesn't make you smile, just watching that, whoa, then the sentiment most certainly win. Sending you sunshine and happy thoughts. Well, come on. I think that's going to make anyone smile from ear to ear, isn't it? As well as those designs, don't forget you're getting your Chicky Monkey. This one is made by the lovely Michelle. Hey up, Michelle, you all right? This one's beautiful. Have you got any cheeky monkeys in your family? Yeah, I bet you do. We've got the lovely cheeky monkeys in the Go Bananas. We've also got your sailing, smooth sailing set, should I say. For any of you animal lovers, I've got your smitten kitten here. You've also got animal lovers, your hopping bunny rabbit. This is the I'm all ears collection there. And we've also got, we saw this demoed earlier on, the wonderful design with the aeroplane, the sky design there. So we've got oodles and oodles and oodles of just look at that. I mean, I can't help but smile. I want to remind you, okay, if you're in the UK, this should be nearly £80. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I saw this in a shop for £80, I'd be over the moon to buy it, because I think the amount I'm going to use these and the amount of times they're going to be fun, that's going to be great. However, today, you're getting it for £69, unless you're brand new or you are platinum, and then you're going to be getting it for just £55.20. So seize the moment on this one whilst you can. And you've also seen in some of the demos that we have been using some of our ink pads. So I'm going to bring them to you now, if I may. This is your Harmony Quick Dry collection. You're getting 13 in total, which is phenomenal, because you're getting a real range of selections in here. The baby blue, crushed velvet, fuchsia, honey pot, bit black, lagoon, lemon tonic, ocean blue, your orange, plum jam, your lime tree, straw bale, and spring meadow. What I love about this collection is the sort of veracity of each of them balances it really. What do I mean by veracity? I mean saturation. So if you think about when you're painting, you know, if you're doing watercolours and you put a lot of water on your brush and you use your paint, it's quite a gentle saturation, isn't it? But then if you layer up the paint, it gets deeper. I love that the saturation of these are all the same, so you can play with the different tones and blend them in together. They're going to look great on your penny sliders. For all 13, 20% saving, £50 only. You're saving yourself nearly £15 or over $20 if you're in the US. So seize the moment on those ones. Remember, you can use them in absolutely loads, and that is your Harmony Quick Dry for you. As well as that, we gave you a little bit of a chance to get your hands on something très special indeed. We got the 12 by 12. This is the everyday celebration. Now, let me tell you, if you are new, in these pads, or if, do you know what, let's start at the very beginning if you are new. So what you need to know is the size. It's 12 by 12 inches. That's the size that you're looking at. Also 180 GSM. If you don't know what GSM is, it's grams per square metre. And I know what you're thinking, that sounds complicated. It's dead easy. The higher the number, the thicker it is, basically. Simple as that. In this set, you're getting 48 in total, and you're going to be getting 16 different designs, and you've got 3 of each design. So let me just pin it this way and give you a little show. There you go. So you're getting 3 of each. Oh, I love that one. I'm such a balloon lover. I think they're brilliant. For me, do you know what? For me, it's very fate. It's very summer event. It's very festival. It's very birthdays. It's very smile-inducing. Do you know what, some of these colours, they remind me of colours that you see when you go down the seaside. Do you know what I mean? Like on all the lovely little huts that you might see around Blackpool or whatever. They're gorgeous, aren't they? So this collection is going to go perfectly, absolutely perfectly with the sliders, the penny sliders that we're doing today. And again, 16 different designs on this one, 3 of each. Not only can you get that, you can also grab your solid colours now. I've got to say, one of the things I absolutely adore with these is the fact that they are first off so large, which you don't always see, even on your staples. And I would say that these colours are staples, would you? You're using them on florals, you're using them on homeware, you're using them on balloons, you're using them on party events, you're using them on anything really, aren't you? You've got a big selection in here. So you've got 10 different colours on this one. It's 50 in total, so you're getting 5 of each. And let me just show you some of the colours, because I just like the intensity of them. Also, I will say to you as well, these ones are double-sided. So the great thing with this is, if you are going to be doing like 3D cards or cards that need to look good on the back and front, then you're totally and absolutely in the right place with these. So do feel free to seize the moment on them. That one for you should be £20. It's actually just $17.99, or from $25 to $22.45. So seize the moment to that whilst you can. We are so limited. You know, when you write out a text message and to get your point across, you don't just use one O at the end of so, you do like 8. That's how limited we are. If this was a text, it would be so limited on the card stock, the paper stock. So do feel free to seize the moment on that one, because it is a fantastic purchase, isn't it, Sarah?
Well, yeah, do you know why we do these, Becky? So every time I do a Sara card lot, that's once a month, we commission a new card pad from Slater's as a one-off production run, okay? And I always choose some nice colours and everything like that. Well, Leanne has been working directly with the product development team there, and they've developed some different effect papers. So for her cart load last night, she put together some new stuff that even I'd never seen from them. So it's a 100-sheet pad. So can you appreciate 100 sheets for $9.99 or $14.99? Already incredible, already fantastic price, limited edition, and you can get 2 for $15 or $25. Now, what are those 100 sheets, okay? So you've got 20 of this one first. You've got 20 of your Centura Pearl Metallic Silver. I know Centura Pearl Metallic Silver, I love it, right? Use a lot of that. Now, she's then chosen 20 of this lovely copper, but this is a cardstock. So it's not a cardstock, it's more like a mount board, Becky. So you've got 20 sheets of the mount board metallic effect, which I didn't even know they developed the technology to put that effect onto the mount board. Then 20 sheets of this gorgeous linen. I wish we could show you this, folks. All I'm going to tell you is I love this so much, I'm going to see if we can bring this in as an actual product on itself. A 20 sheet pack of this on its own would be £7.99, $9.99. So just to put that into percent, but you're getting the 20 sheet paper in this, okay? Then you get 20 sheets of this beautiful paper. Look at that one. Isn't it gorgeous? So that's the special effect paper for you to do all your matting and layering with. And 20 sheets of this silver one here as well. So you're getting basically 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 100 sheet pack, limited edition, and over half the stock. Leanne didn't have it in her cartload show last night because the sample didn't arrive in time for her to show you. This will sell out in this show. If you want it, you will not get to see it again after the show. It will be your one and only opportunity to get it. If you're getting this, I would recommend get 2 of them so that you get the better deal, because it's basically a buy one get one half price pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, it might help you towards your free shipping. The majority of people, we've sold more of these than what we have of penny slider bundles, which tells me everyone who's been getting the penny sliders have been adding one of these as well. So pop that to one side. That may have been the last chance you'll get to have a look at it. I'll try and show you again before the end of the show, but if you're checking out, make sure you check out at least 2 packs of this one, because you're absolutely going to love it.
Fabulous. Aisha's just messaged in about them, actually asking, is the paper A4 size?
It is indeed.
Always useful. We've had Mary in saying that, interesting, Mary, saying, I have made many sliders in my time, but trying to figure out the size of the slot is always a massive chore.
Yeah.
This makes it so easy.
Well, do you know what we used to do, Becky? Because I've done a load of them, right? You know they call me Sarah Scissorhands, so I'm quite comfortable with the knife on straight lines. So I would do it, then I would measure, and then I would do the next one. Well, that's fine. What about if you want to do the horseshoe shape, or the heart, or the... It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. This takes all the thinking out of it. Honestly, credit to my team. It's such a simple little technique. I mean, I'm going to do the smooth sailing next. Such a simple technique to just give you the slider in that shape. Whether it's the horseshoe like we're going to use here, whether it's the, look at the lovely heart one, you've got the wiggly line, whether you want to go with the butterfly where it does the 2 hearts together, the monkey where it does the every pack that we do has got a different shape in. I love the rainbow, with the archway on the rainbow. Just love them. And then, of course, in each pack, not only do you get, let me just make sure I put everything away right, not only do you get that die, but then in the same kit, you get all the stamps. So this is, I'm going to get ready. Give me a second. I'll get me bits and pieces out, Becky, and I'll get ready for this demo next with this
no
one.
problem at all. We've had loads of people just giving great ideas for pieces that they would work with this. We've had Jane coming in saying that she'd love to put the photos on the astronaut. That's a great idea. Dale has said, I should be going to work, but I'm loving watching.
Yes, stay watching. Work can wait.
Yeah, you can work later. We've got loads of people messaging in saying, I got the rocket in the sailboat. Oh, that's a really nice combo, actually. Quite like the idea of doing the rocket in the U shape. That could be quite a good one, couldn't it?
Nice.
Yeah. We've also got some questions in. Kathy has said, questions. On the penny sliders, can you make more than one per card because of the slider mechanism?
Yes. So I don't know if you've got any over there or if I've got any here. I've actually seen a few of our designers. Of course, I haven't got one, have I not? Where they've put a couple on one. Or I did have a one with a cat on it. Yes, look at this one here. You could, if you wanted, is do one gap, but two sliders on the gap. So you could either have two sliders on the gap, or you could do this where you've got one sliding here and then another one on a different shape sliding here. So honestly, whatever you want to do, guys, the sky's the limit with these.
I love that idea, doing a couple of them at once. Because, you know, we were saying before, weren't we, about the sunshine one? You could do, if you say you did a larger card, you could do a lovely sky background and then do the aeroplane running through the sky, but also a sun at the same time. How fun would that be? So if you do want to seize the moment, then yeah, absolutely, Kathy, you can. Nandia is in saying, Sara, can you make a penny slider with a bride and a groom, as it would look great if one rolled towards the other?
Oh my word, yes! And you could do it like a church, and you could have the groom standing there, and she tumbles down the aisle towards it. That would be so cute. Look, guys, once you've got basically the mechanisms, right? So every kit has got a different shape of the mechanism. And once you've got the mechanism, you put what you want on the slider. You know, we just happen to have filled every kit out with, in this case, the little boats or the monkeys or the little rabbits for Easter. We've just padded the kit out with them. You can put anything. And do you know what I've decided we're going to do, Becky, right?
Go on.
So when we do the live craft along, we'll have a live challenge to see, because what we'll do is we'll all work the card together, but you can put whatever you want on the slider, and then we'll get everybody sharing pictures of what they've got. And I want to see all the ideas. I could see a hat and it lies on somebody's head at the end of the slide, or I could do my little kids in the astronaut heads, or whatever you want. Once you've got the mechanism, you just put whatever you want on the slider. We've just facilitated the sliding.
There's so much you can do with this. Imagine doing, you know, two footballers and then a football going back and forwards, them kicking it back for those sport lovers.
Oh, hey, right, keep the ideas, guys. Right, you chit chat with Becky. I'm going to do another demo here. Becky, I think you should get all the ideas coming in from everyone. After we finish the demo, we'll try and do a roundup of all the ideas everybody's got. Right, so all your ideas, folks, you message them into Becky. I'll do a card, and I'm going to do it with my lovely horseshoe one. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. Right, get them all in. This is how you do it. So your Crafters Companion TV, or you're getting us at Crafters Comp TV. Get us in on these. What are your ideas? What are you thinking? I want to know. Do message those in and we'll have a natter to you. Can I just remind you as well that if you do want to get the pads that we did before, just as a reminder, it should have been in the UK £65. Actually, it's only £50 for you today. I just wanted to remind you that if you are new or you're on platinum, it's actually only £40 on that selection. So I thought that would be really handy to let you know, in particularly if you are platinum or if you are new, but also if you're planning on getting them tri-blends, because we've got 3 for 2 on the website at the moment, you know. Oh yeah, it's just launched. So if you do fancy it and you like me and love a bargain, that could be a great way of doubling them up, because there's some really nice complementary colours in there, actually, isn't there?
Yeah, well, we like doubling up, Becky, and we like doubling up on double points weekends. That's where we all wait and save up all the stuff we've been waiting to get. We get it on the double points.
Yeah.
We're all kind of us crafters, you see.
Oh, aye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's loads of you in on these ones. Lots of people saying that they're buying it. Well done to Sue, you've got yours. Well done to Christine, you've got yours. Well done to Pam, you've got yours. We've got another question that says, this is cool. I'm thinking of using the tropical paper for the background and lovebirds twirling. What do you think about that, Sara?
I love it. I would put them on the circle one like the astronaut and have them spinning around to each other. Or you could have them on the squiggly line one and then rolling down one to the next one.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Do you want to, should I, you keep the chit chat going, I'll show everybody this one, because what I thought we'd do is we'd do the horseshoe, but in a slightly different way.
Cool.
So, most of the cards that I've seen with the horseshoe on, the designers have done like this, okay? So you've got the horseshoe spinning, the boat spinning around on the horseshoe, for example, right? What I thought I'd do is see if I could spin it around on a little circle. So I've just used our nesting dies, Becky, and die cut 2 circles. This will be the background one. This is the one that I'm going to stamp onto. So I'm going to stamp a couple of waves and then a couple of little clouds on here as well. And what shall I do with the wave? I mean, talk about keeping it simple, right? I'm just going to come on, do you think black or do you think a bit of grey? Let's try a bit of grey first, should we? Yeah, let's have a little look. So it's a little bit more subtle, the grey, isn't it? So I'm going to come 1 line, 2 line, a little bit subtle around there. Yeah, that's just going to look all right. Another little one down here. So you've got a couple of lines of your waves and then another one coming under here like this. And then we've got the waves, and then I also think the clouds. What do you want to see a Sara cheat wear here?
Oh, yes,
right,
please.
watch, I just sometimes put it on my finger. Or, look at this, or you can go onto the top of the ink pad like that. So you can just go onto the top of the ink pad and just stamp the cloud like this. You know, if you want to just go cheating and you want to make life a little bit quicker and a little bit easier, right?
Perfect.
So, there's that background piece. And then, because it's going to be like out at sea or whatever, I'm going to take a little bit more of that ocean blue, and I'm just going to have the ocean blue coming up from the bottom into the ocean. And then also just a tiny little bit round the top for the sky. Yep, so we've got blue on the bottom and then a little bit of sky. So get this however you want, because then we're going to die cut into this with the horseshoe. So you see, here's my horseshoe here. And if I lift this off, I'm going to put this around here so that the horseshoe stays steady in that part there, right? So, a little bit of tape, always hold it in place with the tape because you don't want to ruin the background that you've just kind of got ready. So that's going to come straight on here. I'm going to stick that down there like that, and then this will go inside here and straight through the MIDI. Now, Becky, I've just been using the MIDI just because it's really super simple and quick, right? But you can literally use any die cut piece that any die cut machine that you want. So if I lift this off, right, now you've got your space for your mechanism. This here, by the way, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this onto here. If you want, you can either have black in the background or we can stick that flat into the background to go with it. I think I quite like the idea of that being stuck into the background.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the little bit of tape on the back of here and try not to move this as we're going. Let's imagine that is kind of stuck right there, yep. And then I'm going to stick this into this little gap, perfectly in place, and then lift this one away. Yep, so there you go. So that is stuck perfectly in place, but flat on the background. Now, that bit's flat, this bit's going to raise up, and we're going to raise it up with foam pads. Now, all I'm going to do is keep it nice and simple. I'm just going to put a foam pad down the middle here. We only need enough to kind of hold it in place. So watch, I'm going to go right up in the middle with the foam pad, but I'm going to double layer that foam pad so it comes out really, really thick. And that's going to go onto the front there and hold that in place. That's all we need is that foam pad down the centre. Then we need our 2 pennies, or 2 2p's, or 2 10-cent pieces, or whatever it is you want to work with. And then you must have a little circle. So this is just a little bit of foam pad here. Watch what I'm doing, Becky. Let's just get rid of that out there. I'm just cutting myself a little circle out of the foam pad. All right. So I'm coming round that way, round this way. I haven't got that very round like this. Look. Now, our Fiona, because I was chatting with her this morning, she's down at Create and Craft while I'm up here. Fiona had a great idea. She's got one of those little single hole punches. So she used a little single hole punch and she just punched out a load, and I was like, oh, brilliant. I can't find one anywhere up here. But if you've got a hole punch is the perfect size, right? Now, watch what you do is you attach this underneath here. So your foam pad needs to be smaller than the little gap. As long as it's smaller than the gap, it will absolutely work. You put your 2 pennies on top of each other, and that is going to spiral around there, right?
Yeah.
Now I peel this off, Becky. That is going to come perfectly into place on top of there. And now I've got a nice topper with that moving around perfectly. So instead of doing it onto the front of the card, I've done it onto a topper. Now, for the actual card itself, look what I've done. I've just got a nice little small card, and I'm going to stick this topper on the front like that so that it just kind of raises up a little bit. Isn't that super cute and just a little bit different? So just getting plenty of tape on there, and I'm going to pop that down onto here so that that is stuck down really well. So there's our card kind of moving. Then it's just up to you how you decorate the card. So can you see you've got some waves, you've got the little boat, you've got the little lighthouse. I've just done all the easy bits already, Becky. I've stamped them out, die cut them with the dies that come in there as well. And I'm just going to stick them into place along the bottom. So that can come along the bottom of this one. Then I'm going to go straight along the bottom of this one as well. Let's have a little look. I'll tuck you underneath there. Yeah, so that, no, I'll put you over top. Yes, right, there we go. I've got my little lighthouse, and I think the lighthouse might look nice, just raised up a little bit. Quite like it. It's all coming together quite nicely. So there's my little lighthouse, can go on the front there. Now let's imagine this was for someone who's off on a trip. So I've got here just the little sentiment that came with it. Have a great trip. And again, I'm going to take one of these larger foam pads, and that's just going to go on the bottom. So there's the rest of our card. I've kept the card quite simple because I wanted you to see how it kind of all came together. This is the bit where we now put our boat. So I've got the boat. The trick with it, Becky, don't stick your boat like this. Well, for a start, you'd see your penny, right? Or don't stick it like that, because if you do, the whole boat's really shaky. You want the boat stuck right in the middle. So I'm putting a little bit of tape on, and I'm just going to go right over the centre with the boat. So now that boat will spin around, and it will literally, on rocky waters, I mean, that is absolutely perfect. Have a great trip. Look, it works absolutely perfectly, doesn't it? And that is a great example of just a different shape. How on earth would you have ever cut a horseshoe? How would you have done it? I have no idea if you didn't have these mechanisms how you would ever be able to do a horseshoe penny slider. It's the same if you were trying to do like the aeroplane that we did. Do you think we should vote for me for the favourite card of the show now? Do you want me to show you them all and I'll still get ready for another demo? Because I did my, let's have a little look. Let's go right from the beginning, right? So I did my cat first, which I'm going to say is nice, but it's a bit simple compared to the other one. This was just me showing you the technique. So number 1's the cat, if you want to vote for the cat. Number 2 was our little sending love letters. So if you want to go with number 2, sending love letters. Number 3 was my astronaut, which I just think is super cute. Astronaut, I think, might be my favourite. But there we go. You've got number 3 is your astronaut. Or number 4 is your little ship around the rocky waters. And I've probably still got time to squeeze in another demo, so you can all be busy voting on them while I get ready for one final demo. Should we do it? I like the heart. I think I'm going to go complicated, Becky. I'm going to show everyone how to do one of them where it's 2 pieces, and I'm going to show you how to do the heart again.
Perfect. So that's what we've got coming up next. Get those messages in, which ones you are loving the most. I absolutely love that design, and this is the great thing with this set. If you get a set, it's mix and match. Do you know how Sara's just made it and popped the boat on it? Imagine if you put like, have you got any mermaids? Could look like a mermaid sort of jumping and splashing out of the sea, couldn't it? You can have loads of fun with these, but as always, you can't do it if you haven't got them. Now, I will let you know, we've got way over 500 people watching us on YouTube and X amount on Facebook, so there's a massive amount of you on there. So if you do see something you like, make sure you're checking out on it whilst you've got them double points. Let me tell you the characters and the elements that you're getting within the collection. Remembering you can get yourself a few select ones, you will still get a discount, but for the biggest saving, this is the way you want to get it. So I've got for you the Over the Moon. This is your astronaut that we've got rotating, revolving around that circle. It just makes me so happy. Ooh. So yes, we've got this one. We've also got the butterfly with the heart. Now, this is the one that Sara's going to be demoing with us, for us, shortly. So do feel free to grab that one. We've also got in here the look for a rainbow, which has got that super smiley, happy sun that does remind me of the baby in the sun from the Teletubbies. It's got really cheeky chops, which is what I absolutely love. Oh yeah, you could. Do you know what? My mum actually calls me Cheeky Chops. I could put my own face in there for her. I think that would make her very happy. We've also got here your smooth sailing. These are the ones that Sara's just demoed with. Also, you've got your Go Bananas with your cheeky monkey. You've got your lovely Liana here as well, bananas. And it says things like, thanks a bunch, which is so cute. Bananas in pyjamas, do you remember them? Anyone? Oh, used to love those ones. We've also got the hopping bunnies as well for you. That's all ears. Demoed that one earlier on. This was the first demo that we had, which you can vote for, of course. Smitten as a kitten. This one is, I'd say, almost like your more traditional one when it comes to the straight line, but great for all them cat lovers and perfect maybe, as we said before, for, you know, kicking footballs to each other or whatever it might be. And last but by no means least, you're going to be getting the Sky's the Limit collection. This one's the zigzag line, or the wiggly line, if you will, and you've got loads of those lovely sentiments in there, and you've got the part and part sentiments too, so you can use them in whatever format you so wish. The whole kit and caboodle should be nearly £80 or $104 if you will. Today though, you are going to be getting it for just £69 or $90 unless you're new or you're platinum, and you can get the extra 20% off, taking you to just £52 and £55 and 20p. So seize the moment on those ones whilst you can. I will also let you know that not only are we really busy with people watching, we're really busy with people buying. The percentage of this one-time offer that we've got on the cardstock is so limited right now. So if you have had your eyes on it and you're thinking, hang on, Sara said we're only bringing that once and once alone, let me just say, treat yourself to it now, because otherwise you will miss out. So seize the moment, because it is limited edition. And as we said earlier on, it's a one-time offer, one-time deal, 100 A4 sheets, different thicknesses in here, different finishes for just $9.99 or $14.99. Or if you love a bargain, sound like Shaun the Sheep then, how odd, you can get two for £15 as well. So treat yourself to whichever you wish, but do make sure you're grabbing them now, because I've got that much left. So do seize the moment. Shall we get crafting again? Oh, go on then, twist us arm. Let's head on over to Sara, who's now working with the heart shape.
Yes, come on, she says she's went with the heart shape. I'll get the heart shape out and we will absolutely work with the heart shape. So there's two types of shapes. There's the ones that are just continuous, and then there's the ones that come in two parts. So the heart is like the astronaut that I did earlier for you, where you're going to cut out, it's going to have a central piece that you'll need to connect in. So what I've got is here, I've got the stamps, I've got the actual mechanism itself, and then you've got, in this time, you've got two butterflies and it'll cut out your butterflies. You've always got something that will cut out the round shape if you want. It's not the round, it's the round shape that will go over your penny. It's not the round shape that fits in between, but you can always just cut to the center if you want that one doing for there, right? Now, let's have a little look. I've started off, and I'm gonna, because we're gonna be a little bit pushed for time, started with a blank sheet. You can use your stamps and stamp in the corners, and then do a little bit of inking like I have done with some of the other projects, and I've got that gorgeous design there, so that is going to give me the lovely shape that I can then die cut onto. So this is what you can be doing, Becky. You're just going to kind of build all of that up. Now this is where we take our heart shape and say, right, so I'm going to put the heart, where do I want it to die cut? I want it to die cut right in the middle like that. So you position that perfectly in the middle, hold it in place with a little bit of tape, and you're ready to go through your die cutting machine. And this time you need to keep the middle piece as well, because we're going to need to stick that on our card a little bit separately, right? So here we go, straight through there, and I take this out, and we're going to need all of these little pieces here. There we go. So that's going to go inside. And then also, it's completely up to you whether you discard this. So if you have a little look, you see, I'm going to put this onto the black cardstock. We're going to have that, and then we're going to, oh, got a little bit of sticky on my fingers there. That's going to go in the middle. And then do you want the track to look black, or do you want to stick this straight down into it? Completely up to you. So let's have a little look. I'm gonna layer mine up first, and I'll get my 2 pennies ready to go on the slider. So again, 2 pennies or 5 pences or 10 pences or whatever you want, and you need to cut yourself a little round piece. So this is my, where have I put them scissors? Here we go, right? So if I just cut this out of the way, all I'm doing every time is just cutting myself a little round shape. I tend to find I can get kind of so far and then not, oh, I haven't done too bad there. Right, so you've got that little round shape, absolutely perfect. And I'm gonna go 1 piece, you stick that flat on there, and then we're gonna connect it onto the inside piece here, right? So when we're ready, that's gonna go behind there, and the secondary piece goes on the top, right? Now, a little bit different when we're making this in 2 pieces, because we're essentially going to stick this into the middle. So all I would say is, this here, if you think about it, you need to leave, and I'll get my pencil back up, I can show you. You need to leave around about this much space all the way around the outside so that you don't interrupt that mechanism. Yep, so that's how much space you're leaving all the way around the outside. And then it's completely up to you if you use foam pads or foam tape, right? I'm actually going to go nice and simple and just use some foam pads here. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down the edge and then right along there, and a couple up at the top here. And I personally, let's have a little look there. I'm going to give myself a bit more space in that corner by just going with a single one, right? And then I'm going to take these off and I'm going to double layer them all, because this is like my total top tip for how to get the best moving mechanism, and it's to double layer all of your foam pads as we go around here. Do you know what, Becky? This is why I totally love Crafters TV. Oh, hang on, have I got any more foam pads? Yes, I have. Because we get a chance to show you all of this.
Yeah.
You would if you went to a shop and bought these, you would never know. You need all of the kind of understanding and education that goes with it to know how to get the best results with these.
Definitely.
So I'm taking all 4 of that pieces off, and I'm just layering that up flat to go onto there. All right. Now, while we're there, I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to stick this flat on the bottom of here, all right? So here we go, that's going to go, and this is going to go perfectly flat. Don't get any bits of tape everywhere. Perfectly flat inside there. So it's not going to impact our smooth operation of this. Oh, that will be a paper cut right there. Right, so it's not going to impact the operation of this, but this here then needs to raise up in the middle, right? So again, you're going to make sure you leave all this space right around. So we're going to make sure that we leave all of that, and we can stick foam pad anywhere in there. So if I just get them foam pads again, I'm going to err on the side of caution, go right in the middle like this, Becky, and then pop 2 layers up like that so that I can show you. Right, here we go then. So penny's going to go into the back of there. I'm going to peel off that little bit of backing. Oh, don't you stick. That's not what you're supposed to do. I'm going to peel off that backing, and then this piece here can go in the middle. And I know that's not going to impede the operation of that at all. Yep. So that's in the middle there, and then I'm going to stick my top piece on the penny. And what that should do is, yes, it has. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, you're not sticking there, are you not? No, just tiny little bit of glue on there. Make sure you've got no glue anywhere. That is absolutely moving around there, Becky, like an absolute dream. And this is the thing, right? You could say, oh, well, I could use my nested heart dies to do this. But can you see how we've rounded that piece in the middle there? Yeah. It's not going to work if you don't round it.
Yeah.
So we've got that rounded perfect for you, so that will absolutely move around in place. Now, then what you're just going to put on it. Now let's have a little look. The butterflies in this one are lovely. So you've got a nice big open butterfly and then your smaller one. I'm going to use a nice big open butterfly, and don't stick it like in the corner like that, because then it's going to be flip-flopping all over. What you're going to do is you're going to put your tape in the middle, or hot glue gun, or whatever you want to use, another foam pad, stick that right over the centre, so that actually you get a butterfly that is fluttering around, but not not fluttering kind of off the chart. It's kind of centralised fluttering as it was, right? Yeah. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get this. I've just got an easel card. So can you see, made a nice simple easel card. So I've got my base part of the easel to go on here. So that's going to go straight down there. I'm going to stick this part of the easel. I probably should have stuck this before we did all of our 3D work, but it'll still go down, no problem. That part of the easel is going to go onto here, like this. Perfect. All right, so that's going to move there. What does every easel card need? Every easel card needs a stopper. So flying by with butterfly wishes, and I will put one of my lovely foam pads on the back of there. So that's going straight across there. That's going to give me a nice little stopper for my easel card. And then actually, just to finish it off, Becky. Oh, I should have done this one earlier. It could have won, might have won demo of the show then, mightn't it, right? So let's have a little look at this. I'm going to put this down here. Oh no, it's upside down. Put it at this side here. So we've got a butterfly on the top corner. And then I might put this little butterfly just coming up from the edge here. How cute is that? Adorable. I knew we'd have time to squeeze this in. Look at that. I mean, they're just brilliant. And have we had loads of ideas through as well, Becky?
Oh, absolutely. Oodles of people sharing their ideas of what different ones they'd want. We're talking about dancers on some of these, twirling around. We're talking about putting photographs into them as well. I really like the idea of mixing them as well. We have, by the way, had Lisa came up with an idea. She said, I like the idea of the rainbow slider with unicorn from the pop-up box set.
Yeah, oh, the pop-up box sets would be perfect because they're all a great size. Any of them pop-up boxes interchange wonderful with all of these. Brilliant idea, that one. Keep these ideas coming. When we do the live craft along, folks, I'm going to expect hundreds of these ideas, and I want photos of all these. I've got my pointy finger out. Rebecca, tell them we want loads of ideas.
We want loads and loads of ideas. I'm just not quite as good at it. Yeah, I love the idea of having it on a box, because do you know what? If Sara was to make one of these on a box and give me a box with like a present inside, I would honestly be sat there so long just playing with the box. I'd think that was my gift. So I love that idea. I think that's beautiful. Hey, up, we've had a winner for your card of the show.
Go on, what's one? Go on.
It's the one that we all thought.
Which
the
one did you
winner
all
of
think?
the show, Over the Moon Astronaut,
yes!
number 3.
Oh no, you had to not pick that one. I was supposed to take this home for the kids.
Oh yeah.
I can't take it home if it's on the wall.
Well,
I'll just have to make another one.
You'll have to make another.
Right, I have to make another one. Right. Do you know what our producer George just said to us? She says, hang on, what's more important here, your kids or a win? Don't ask me to answer that. I know we get very competitive here, but I love them boys. But I could have switched and said, let's put a different card on the shelf, but we'll put the astronaut on the shelf.
I love it.
There you go. Isn't it lovely? The kids can have it next week if it doesn't win. If it doesn't win.
I love it.
I might be in with a chance. Debbie Fisher's not in this weekend, is she not? I might be in with a chance of winning something this week. What's she like? What's she like? So,
we've also had the lovely Peggy saying, a dog and a stick.
Yes, or a dog and a ball or what? Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Anything. I think my favourite one has got to be the bride cartwheeling down the aisle to the husband, and then a football into a goal. I love that idea. But anything where you've got things moving, you've got all those different shapes that you could do this on. You've got all of them there. Do you know? It's like a. You know, on Instagram, boomerangs are all the rage.
Yeah.
This is like a boomerang, but in a card. Like we're making all the modern technology stuff.
Yeah, completely. That's a really good point. I love the idea of the dog and the stick. I think that's wonderful. Because I do think about when my dog's running around the park and she like finds a ball or something, she sort of goes like that. We've also got Karen saying those flowers with a bee. Oh yeah, a bee buzzing towards.
Yes, lovely.
Especially the squiggly line one with got the little dashes. Look like the bees moving really quick, wouldn't it? Oh, I love them ideas. Absolutely loads of them. Do keep them ones coming in, and well done to everybody who's treated themselves. I do just want to remind you, we've got some more treats and more treasures. We've got that lovely cardstock on the way, and we've got more to be inspired by as well. If you have just tuned in, we're holding on to the final few fragments of the cardstock for you now. So if you do want to seize the moment on that,
Come on, I've got the
absolutely
card, Jack. Do you want me to show you the card?
Do it.
Just in case you miss it, right, we are literally last call on the card, folks. We have more people with this in their baskets than what we have stock available. So it's literally going to be those of you who check out. You've probably got time, maybe 20 minutes after the show to check out your baskets. It will be fastest fingers first. You get 20 sheets of the Centura Pearl. Now bear in mind, if you were going for a 10 sheet packet, it's $3.99. So just think about how good it's going to be, 20 sheets of that one. Then 20 sheets of this, which is, can you see, it's really thick. So this is an actual mount board effect. So 20 sheets of the mount board pearl on here. Then you get 20 sheets of the beautiful linen effect. You can't even appreciate how gorgeous this is until you get it home, folks. By the time you get it home, it'll have all sold out and you can't come back and buy more. You get 20 sheets of the lovely special effect paper on here. And let's have a look. We've got a special effect gold and a special effect silver on these. These die cut an absolute dream. So 100 sheets in total. Leanne put this together for her cartload last night. This is the last of the stock that we have of it, and it is a limited edition print run. So this is literally your only chance to get it. It's $9.99, $14.99. You do get your discounts on top of that. You can get 2 on a multi-buy for £15 or $25, and this weekend you will get double discount. So fill your boots.
It's absolutely wonderful, and as we said, really limited on stock on that one for you. They are fabulous. Huge congratulations to every single one of you who have treated yourself to these. The first launch day for me, and I tell you what, I'm about to be spending. You can treat yourself to all of these, don't forget, and do make a note of today's date and today's time so that you can watch this back at your leisure when you do get all of this dispatched to you, so you can follow along with the demonstrations if you fancy doing that. Make a little note of it. What a fabulous launch it's been, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been amazing. And do you know what? This is only your first instalment of me for today, Becca. Because actually what we're going to be able to do is 7 o'clock UK time, so it's 76543, 2 o'clock East Coast, 11 o'clock West Coast. Colour Me Happy. What a phenomenal show. I've got Benita, who's an amazing watercolour artist. It is my first time where she's going to teach me live in the show, and you can do it along at the same time and learn like I'm going to be learning. I'm so excited, I can't wait.
We've got oodles in that, including the Aquatint watercolour inks, and we've got, I'm so excited to meet Benita as well. I've heard so much, I can't wait. We have got oodles and oodles on the way for you. Check out those baskets. Myself, Sara and the team will be back with you at 7. For now, thanks very much, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.